So, you told me that I should make a video about a historical figure, and because I am very, very indecisive, I have ended up making a video about 5 historical figures. So, sorry about that. Okay, so for once, I have actually scripted a video, and I have my notes, so let's start. At number 5, I've placed Carl Friedrich Gauss, who was a German mathematician, and he contributed to many different fields in maths and science. Number theory, statistics, analysis, differential geometry, geophysics, electrostatics, astronomy, just getting started, basically. So he was pretty awesome. In fact, he was so awesome that that he was on German money from 1993 until 2001. At number 4, I've put Marie Curie because she's awesome, and I'm not going to talk about her so much because SciShow just made a whole video about her, which you should totally watch if you haven't already. I'll annotate something so that you can go watch that. Basically, yeah, she was just pretty insanely awesome, and I'm sure you can, you probably already know quite a lot about her because she is so famous and so awesome. Yes. Okay. Then at number 3, I have Tupaia, who was a Polynesian navigator, and he met James Cook when James Cook was, sailing around, and James Cook was really, really impressed with his navigation skills. Tupaia, he basically knew the whole area around where he lived. He knew, where 74 different islands were. He knew how to navigate between all of them. And yeah, James Cook and his crew were seriously impressed, and they took Tupaia with them to help navigate around the islands and everything. So it was pretty awesome. Then at number 2, I have someone you've probably heard of, Boadicea or Boadicea. She was a Celtic queen of the ancient Britons, and she basically led a revolt against the Romans, and she and her army basically trashed Colchester. So she was pretty awesome. So she's at number 2. And then finally, my favourite of all, the last native Welsh Prince of Wales, Owain Glyndwr. He, I don't even know where to begin. He was basically just an all-round kick-ass kind of guy. He led a revolt against the English rule of Wales, and it went on for a really long time. He didn't ultimately win, but he was basically considered, way ahead of his time, and he was a pretty impressive guy. Interestingly, nobody really knows what happened to him, because he just disappeared. And yeah, there's no idea of where he went for the last few years of his life. And yeah, he's basically he's pretty much like King Arthur, only maybe about 10 times more awesome. And I guess the reason that I like him so much, and the reason I put him at the top of my list, was not only he was an awesome military leader who led this huge revolt against the English rule, but my mum, when I was little, read me a story about him, a whole book that had this story of him and the rebellion, and that was just such an awesome story, and I'm pretty sure they embroidered the story quite a bit in that book, but it was really cool, and he seemed like this ultimate hero, and so yeah, that's why he's at the top of my list, I guess. When I was looking at stuff and doing research for making this list, I came across a bunch of really influential, basically you know, feminists who had a huge role in the feminist movement. I didn't include them in this list, simply because a lot of them are, you know, pretty recent, and well, with the exception of maybe like Marie Curie, most of mine are kind of more further back in history. So, my challenge to you is to make a video about feminists, and you can do it about one feminist, you can do it about 10 feminists, you can give me an overview of the feminist movement. You know, it's just something that I wish I knew more about, so I think you should make a video about that. Okay, bye!